I started playing percussion instruments when I was about 5, 6 years old. The mindset back then in the 60s and going into the 70s to find your identity, find out who I am, where I came from, etc. The music was like the catalyst of me going in that direction. Hi, everyone. My name is Victor Marshall. I'm a percussionist. My folk art has been drumming of the diaspora. My father, we lived on the West Coast, and he used to frequent Mexico. So that was my first instrument, was the bongos. As everybody, they always put the bongos in every hand drum category. I started when I was 16 years old studying African drumming. My groundwork was from the youth centers in Long Island, New York. That's where I discovered the African traditions, and I became a professional musician. The diaspora that I represent in my art form is coming from the African traditions, African American traditions, African Caribbean traditions, all of those above. But by me being an African American, I like to explore the traditions that came from, particularly here in North America, the United States. I come from a background of people coming from the Carolinas, the Gullah people, who kept a lot of the African traditions. I have a hodgepodge of like so many instruments that I love playing. I play the hand drums, conga drum, djembe drum, any drum that came out of the diaspora. They group it all together and say that's the bongo. The balafon, it was an instrument that I love. First time I heard the balafon was actually on a jazz setting, percussion instruments coming from the world. And I just had this affinity of love for this instrument. When I'm teaching and everyone, I want to explore with them, have an experience of the hand drum and particularly the drumming traditions of coming from the diaspora and also coming from Africa. I show students how popular music is very familiar with a lot of the drum traditions. And so I bring that folk art into a more contemporary style of what I do. I always look forward to spreading my information about the traditions of the folk art.